Yes, you are on Brainmedia like every day. Thank you very much for your whatever you are doing to make sure that you follow us on Brainmedia Uganda. It's your boy J Miles like every day, still giving you stories from different parts of the world. On the international scene, we see that situation is still going on in South Africa. Yes, I thank you very much, my followers, my viewers. There is a story I brought concerning what is what is taking place in South Africa, and I'm very happy that people have watched that story. So thank you very much. For those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe, comment, like, and share so that we move at par. Thank you very much for those who are doing so. When you are subscribing, kindly click on notification bell in that every information that we broadcast you get it there and then. The situation that is still going on, most of the South African leaders, remember, South Africa is surrounded by other countries like Botswana, like Mozambique, like Zambia, like Malawi, like, yes, there are countries that are surrounding South Africa. Remember, South Africa is deep down there. So the situation that had been taking place in South Africa is that there are some leaders, cultural leaders from KwaZulu Natal, who have just rose their concern about the foreigners that are in the country, saying that those foreigners have taken their jobs to an extent that they no longer work because of those foreigners. Remember, most of the people who have gone to South Africa, they just go there to get green pastures. As you know, this has been happening still in other countries. As we speak now, if you reach in several countries like Uganda, you find South Africans. If you go to Congo, Ghana, where South Africans are there. But this situation that has arose in South Africa, forcing foreigners to go back to their indigenous countries where they came from. Remember, there's a story going on how the president of Ghana had to send to evacuate Ghanaian from South Africa, and majority of them, over 300, have already reached in their country, native country, that is Ghana. Yes, and remember, according to these people, they say that most of the Nigerians, the Ghanaians, and the Nigerians and the Congolese has made it that they have wrong mentality, that they have the bad behaviors in their countries. That's why they are forcing, especially those, to come out of their country. It started gradually. I think like few months back, 2 to 3 months back, it started slowly, where I saw some of the South Africans people telling one by one, telling people, most of the foreigners, that they should go back to their countries and fix the problems that they are in their countries, because in that reason every country has their problems. So for them, their mentality was, those people, they ran from their countries to come and look for green pastures in South Africa, yet they can sort their problems. Remember, some foreigners, they go to other countries to get green pastures due to the fact that in their countries there are no opportunities, and whenever they see that in such and such a country there is an opportunity, they tend to make it to make sure that they go on those countries to following their opportunities. South Africans, first of all, they need to know that when a foreigner comes into the country, they pay taxes, and those taxes are the one that they use to develop the countries. Most of the people, they say South Africa as a developed country. That's just because many people are there working and they pay taxes. So these Zulu people, or from the KwaZulu Natal, for them, I think before sending away those foreigners, they didn't think about it, because sometimes we do things while without asking ourselves, or without thinking in our upstairs. But then after doing that, some things, when we remember, yes, it might perhaps be real that these guys, the foreigners, they have taken their jobs. But then if you doesn't see an opportunity, it means you are blind. That's why most of the people say in their countries there's no jobs. Yes, sometimes there is a political problem that most of the leaders tend to make it hard for citizens in their countries to fail to get what to do, just because of their own own plans. Can I call them plans? Yes, just because of that. Because they are up to something that is hidden. Because they say, if you were a leader in some countries, leaders tend to block people from working, from getting good jobs, to get money, because a leader, especially those dictators, they think when people becomes rich, they will have to disobey their laws and the rulings. You see that? Yes. So that's how things are. But as we speak now, most of the countries have made sure that they block their borders, especially those countries that are around South Africa. Last time I gave a story when in Mozambique they have already blocked. I heard that even in Tanzania they blocked the borders, especially those routes where the South African trucks used to pass. So that is the situation that is taking place in those countries. We need to pray for them, because it is only prayer that can open or close. And as we see those guys, they have done it not once. In most cases, remember, if there are riots, especially in South Africa, most of the South African people, they tend to loot goods. That's why in most cases, whenever they riot, you see that most of the supermarkets, most of the shops are being broken, and they enter to make sure that they remove the goods that they want. That's why in most cases you see them lifting up fridge, TVs, food, what. So that is the situation in South Africa. Thank you very much for following us as Brainmedia Uganda. Thank you for loving us. Kindly subscribe, comment, like, and you click on notification bell, and that every information that we broadcast, you get it there and then. Thank you very much for following us as Brainmedia Uganda, and thank you very much. Big up to all my friends in different parts of the world, in the Middle East, in America, United States, in Canada, my friends in Europe, Sweden, thank you very much. My friends in Turkey, thank you very much. Istanbul. I have Ugandans in different parts of the world. Even those that are not Ugandans, they are following this media platform. So thank you very much for following this avenue and for loving us. In case you'd wish or you'd want to support us in one way or another, you can reach us in the comment section, so that we see how we reach on you and you support our media platform. Thank you very much for loving us as Brainmedia Uganda. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, and liking. Thank you very much for loving us. So sponsors, you are welcome, even if you are far away from the country, but so long as we can communicate, we can exchange contacts in the comment section. That will help a lot to make sure that at least Brainmedia reaches on a certain standards, because there are many viewers who are on this platform and they can afford to sponsor us in terms of cameras, sound, in terms of computers. Yes, there are those people who are blessed, who are touching, even if we have never met, even if we will never meet, but still your heart can speak and tells you that, you know what, you need to support, to sponsor or to support this media platform, so that at least we start seeing videos. In most cases, as you see, our videos are audio plus the pics, of which we would like to show our bodies, and you see somebody who is talking to you. So that is the situation. So if you can sponsor us, if you can support us, please, you are welcome. It's me, J Mouse, like every day, giving news stories from different parts of the world, and this was International News Stories. So thank you very much for listening. Big up.